Hey, you guys. Welcome to Pretty Tarot channel. I think I'm going to change it back to Pretty Spiritual channel because I'm going to be doing more stuff on this channel. But this is a pick a deck, pick a card reading. And I got another idea from a suggestion by email. And it is about new love. So if you have a new love interest, somebody that you're interested in, and it's somebody new, not an ex or anybody that you're already dealing with, just somebody new, or if you have a crush on someone, this reading is to tell you how do they feel about you and possibly what potential there may be. You guys will get some advice from my oracle and tarot cards in this reading as well. So, um, this is the selection: one, two, three, or four. Those are the four groups. Pick your group, and you can pause this video to take a moment to figure out which number resonates with you the most. You may pick more than one. I don't recommend picking more than one, but you may pick more than one if you really feel strongly that um, you're led to do so. Okay. And if you hear me cough, I do not have the Rona. I don't. I'm actually having some sort of allergy or something because this only started today after I ate something that I think I have an allergy to. So bear with me if you hear me coughing. It's okay. Okay, you guys. So let me go ahead and get this set up. Let me flip my screen. Hi y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna set this up right there, like that. Okay. All right. Don't worry about if you can see me or not, because that doesn't make a difference. Also, if you guys like this shirt, it says I'm not weird, I'm creative. It's this is in reverse, but the shirt is actually where you can read it where it says I'm not weird, I'm just creative, okay? So I'll put the link below for that shirt. It is a local, well, it's not a local business, not where I'm at, but it's one of my family members' business or whatever, and you would be supporting a small business, especially a black-owned minority business. If that makes any difference to you. If it doesn't, no big deal. But I'll put the link below, okay, for that. I'm just wanting to make sure that I support their business. Also, um, Clark Soapery, that's another family um, business or whatever, and it's like really awesome soap. Look at that. That is so nice. They have so many like different unique soaps. They're natural soaps, different scents. They smell really great, and they're awesome. So you would go to Clark Soapery. So I think it's clarksoapery.com is the website. And if you're on Instagram, it's Clark Soapery. So it's Clark. I'll put the link below in the description box, okay, if you guys want to know any more info about that. All right, so now, yeah, it's clarksoapery.com. So yeah, I'm going to get to doing the reading. So let's see, this is 404. I'm going to start with group number one. Okay, group number one. Let's do your reading, group number one. So I'm going to shuffle here. Sorry. Too much noise in the background.
Kitty.
What are you doing? Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. So, group number one, your new love interest / crush. By the way, if they don't know you, meaning like they're a celebrity or something, then I'm assuming you're here watching this for fun. This reading is best if they actually know you exist, okay? Just letting you guys know that. Interesting. Celebration card. So either I would say this is almost like love at first sight for some of you, is how they feel about you. For others, and when I say love at first sight, it's kind of like they must be really dreamy about you. You know what I'm saying? Like they could just see themselves like having a future with you, marriage, a family, things like that. Because the celebration card, to me, it's always pointing out like marriage and family and things like that, and engagements and things. It's also a card of happiness, joy, and delight. So they could be just, like feeling really positive vibes about you, but in a sense of something where like they could see a real future with you or something, you probably bring them like really, um, you probably make them feel really happy when they see you, you know? So let's see what else. Looks like that's one that fell out. Interesting. Oh, okay. This is really interesting. Prayer card. Now, at first, it came out in reverse, but then as I picked it up, it fell in the upright. Okay, so you might be an answered prayer for them. Maybe they've been praying for you. But they also could be, I feel like they kind of wonder though, are you really what they've prayed for? Are you really what they've been trying to manifest into their life? Though, um, you may very well appear that way to them. So I'm going to put this deck back and see what else comes up in all my other decks. You also could be refreshing. I also want to say you also could be refreshing to them. Literally, like different from like all the other situations they've had before. Or literally just, you're just the right, you know what I'm saying? You're the right kind of energy, the right kind of person, the right kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes sometimes people, I think they meet the same kind of people over and over again, and they get kind of, tired and feel like it's kind of like stale and things like that, but you're refreshing. Now, I don't get anything negative here, but they also could be feeling thirsty for you. Literally. Oh, okay, that's way too many. That's like a million cards. I don't want that many cards. Hold on, I gotta turn the fan on. It's so hot in here. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, so I they definitely feel passionate about you. Um, they probably even feel like showing off, um, just to try to impress you. They could be feeling like they want to impress you or something in some form, um, to get your interest or to get your attention. It's also possible, and I hope. um, I'm kind of wondering if you know if they. I kind of wonder if they wonder if you see them as thirsty and them really trying to show off, and and they might be wondering if you feel like they're trying really hard to impress you in some form or another, and maybe they could maybe they could be hoping that they are not appearing thirsty. Okay, now hopefully they don't think this about you, but it's possible. It's possible. However, I'm only saying because of this joy celebration card. I don't I don't think it would make I don't think they see you as thirsty. Okay, I don't think they see you as thirsty, but I feel like they wonder if you see them as thirsty. But hopefully they don't think you're thirsty. But the no card in reverse, to me that's like a yes. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason I feel like this card compiled with the others, it just feels like they're concerned about appearing thirsty for some reason. Like, and if you don't know what thirsty is, it's just a lingo term, a slang term for appearing desperate or appearing too eager, you know what I'm saying, to get someone's attention or whatever. I feel like they don't want to appear too eager or desperate or, really trying too hard. Um, and hopefully they don't think this about you, that you're trying too hard or anything like that. But I kind of feel like I said, they think you're refreshing. You bring them, joy and excitement, happiness. That it could even be love at first sight, where they feel like they could see a future with you. And this is a yes for them. I feel like a yes. Um, I feel like they don't think you are, like I said, I feel like they don't, I feel like they think you don't really, like you're, like they, um, like they think, or they feel like you're not really, thinking about them like that, or it's almost like they don't feel like you're trying to put on a show or put on a front or anything like that. They don't, but they also kind of, I think they wonder if you really even notice them. I think for some reason they think you don't really notice them, and they're trying to get your attention. You know, um, I feel like they're really hoping and praying that you will notice them or something, and they're trying to impress you and get your attention, but they don't think you really notice them. I want one more from that deck, okay? Oh, they want to give their heart. They want to share and express some sort of love or some sort of affection or something. They want to give their heart and share. Okay, so that's a really Um, Come here. You're interrupting a reading. My kid wants some candy. This is the wrong time to be asking for candy, Gio. Here you go. Please don't ask me for any more candy. Thank you. Can you close the door, please? Thank you. Close the door. Thank you. Close the door. I don't want all the video game noise. Okay. All right. So let's see what else they are possibly feeling or thinking about you. Group number one. The potential here kind of thing. Okay, so there's one right there. Okay, so this card fell sideways. This is the Hierophant. This is the Hierophant. Came out sideways. Okay, so I feel like they are, and this is the interesting thing here with the prayer card, because I feel like it fell right in front of it. I feel like they really are trying to have faith here, but their faith may be wavering in that they really aren't sure if you are their answered prayers or not. And I feel like they're hoping you are, but they're really not quite sure if you are what they prayed for or what they were trying to manifest, or what they were trying to attract here. But I also feel like maybe they want to, they're trying to figure out if they, I feel like they're tempted to some degree to, like, I feel like they want to not start this out wrong with you. Like, they may be lusting after you, but at the same time, they don't want to be in that way. I feel like they want to take you seriously, you know, or they could see that they could possibly take you seriously. But I feel like they're trying to make sure they are weighing out their values here. You know what I'm saying? Because the Hierophant is all about doing the right thing. It's all about doing what is morally upstanding or doing what is correct. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they don't want to take the incorrect approach, but I also kind of feel like what does I want to say? I feel like yeah. I kind of feel like they really are wondering or feeling like, how do they go about their approach with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they don't want to come off as trying to get to what's the word I'm looking for? You know, these days a lot of people when they're looking for someone or they're approaching people, a lot of times there's a lot of pressure to get involved with someone casually, whether it's sex or just dating, Netflix and chill, stuff like that. Versus people, I feel like sometimes people they get frustrated with that and they want something more real eventually, and they want something more serious. And so in a world where there's a lot of people that are just not taking love and dating that seriously, and they're just going for their carnal needs first, you know, and their desires first, you know, I feel like this person wants something different, something refreshing, and something more real. And they've prayed for this, but they're trying to like weigh out, you know, can they do this? Because I feel like they're used to their old habits, and I feel like they're also used to the way people really typically do things in the dating world today. Like I said, where people, they're just so quick to be casual and have flings and one night stands and friends with benefits and all those kind of things like that, I feel like they don't, you know, they trying to do the right thing here because they don't want to mess this up, you know, but they're, you know, they're trying to curb their appetite for, like I said, all the lustful desires and things like that. And what's interesting is this is another card that came out. It's the, you know, it's the it's the Five of Swords. Okay, it's the Five of Swords. So it's really one of those situations where this card coming out is, to me, it's like kind of odd. So I'm just going to shuffle for one more and see if that makes any sense. But I'll say this much. This is not a typical Five of Swords. This is not even a typical deck. I think this is the Cecily Tarot or something like that. But that's one too many. One too many cards. That's one too many cards. I don't want that many. It's like a whole handful. Well, while I'm shuffling for another card, on this card, I'm looking I'm looking at this girl. She's trying to literally cut up. Well, she's trying to kill a carrot, but technically she'd be dicing a carrot, right? In the real world, dicing a carrot is just standard, right? Cutting a carrot is standard. In this world of this card, this you know, the imagery is presenting like this girl is trying to literally kill a vegetable, okay? She's trying to kill a root vegetable. I feel like it's because she's trying to get to the root of the problem and cut it and just like cut out something that isn't working out. That could be old bad habits. I really feel like this goes along with what I'm seeing here already. Like, I feel like they're trying to cut out old bad habits because they really want to be able to give their heart. They really want to be able to go for something more real, something more serious, something more long-term, but they are struggling to cut out old bad habits, and they're trying to do the right thing because they may have prayed for something more real or something more serious, and someone maybe perhaps like you, they could have been praying for or trying to manifest into their life, and they could be trying to deal with not giving into old habits of, you know, being, you know, flaunting and being flashy and trying to impress and being lustful and things like that, you know. Okay. Yeah, and so this appears to be the Emperor card, okay, in this particular deck, but I really kind of feel like, yeah, they're trying to have some sort of discipline, some kind of control here. Okay, in this situation, they're trying to, they're really trying to handle themselves and handle the situation and how they feel about you, okay? I also feel like they're trying to handle their demons, but where is my other deck? Okay, so let me get some other factors here. Actually, I don't want this deck just yet. Not just yet. Okay, so let's see what else they're feeling about you. Group number one, what else are they feeling about you? Okay. All right, so here's the other one. Okay, so you cannot see the messages on these cards, but I create these myself just because I wanted to be able to kind of pull some other messages in here. So one of the cards is saying that they are shy or timid around you. Okay, they are shy or timid around you. While at the same time, it's also, oddly enough, is saying they don't take you seriously. And that goes back to what I was saying about it looks like they are struggling and praying and hoping and trying to do better. Like they're trying to do better as a person. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to cut out old bad habits with how they treat and handle dealing with people when they meet them. You know, especially if they know they are looking for something new, exciting, or serious. Now, what's interesting is this card says they think you are a good girl. Okay. Now, if you're a guy, then just take that as they think you are a nice guy. Meaning, I feel like this, I mean, well, this ain't what I feel like. This is just what I know about how I create that card. That card means that they think you are someone who has good values, good morals. They know you're not the kind of person who's out here playing the field and this and that and other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they know that you're looking for something more real. They know that you're not going to just have a one night stand with them or have casual flings with them or friends with benefits. I feel like they know. Also, I feel like they know you're just generally a nice person. You know what I'm saying? But if you're the good guy, you're 9 times out of 10, somebody who you're not the player type. You're not smooth or Rico Suave type. You know what I'm saying? If you're the good girl, you're somebody who appears to, like I said, carry herself with respect and carries herself, like a lady, and and isn't out here, acting wild or anything. You're not wild. You're somebody that a person would ideally take seriously. Okay, you're the kind that they can take home to their parents and introduce to their parents, and their parents would be impressed. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of person you would be, is what they feel about you. Okay, I think that wanted to come out. Interesting. Okay, so this appears they're not making any moves. So they may not be making any moves, or they may be holding off on making any moves because they are shy and timid around you, and I feel like they don't know how to approach you. They don't know if they can even get control over some of their ways and bad habits, because like I said, I think for some reason, I think they're the opposite of you, even if you're not aware of it. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Sometimes people look or appear one way, but it turns out they really are another way. You know what I'm saying? So now let's see, what is the potential here? That's what I'm shuffling for. Potential. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so they want to I feel like they want to honor in terms of like who you are in that sense. Like they want to I feel like there is an opportunity here for effort to be put in and effort to be recognized. So I feel like the potential here is that there could be something rewarding to come out of the situation if effort is put in and effort is recognized. Okay, so I feel like for this particular person, you may need to recognize the effort they're really putting in when they do put it in. Don't take it for granted and acknowledge it. And so if they go out of, if it appears that they make any small gesture, trust me, it's not a small gesture. It may feel like a small gesture to you, but on their end, it's a big gesture because they are not as confident in approaching you. And for some reason, they're shy or timid. And also, like I said, they have some old habits that they're struggling to put away that they don't want to bring to you. So you may need to make sure that you recognize this. But I feel like there's potential for something to kind of, something to really kind of pop off here. Some sort of effort may be put in on their end. Just make sure you recognize it when you see it. Because that's all it will take to see them show more energy, attention, and effort. That'll help them be more confident in approaching you. Okay. And wow, it says release your ex. So in terms of advice right now, if release your ex, the time has come to clear the energy because they may be in the way. And this was at first in reverse, but I always read advice in the upright. So it's pointing out honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I feel like that means allow yourself to enjoy this connection for what it is. Okay? Don't feel like, oh man, they're not... Like, let's say if you went on a date with them or you saw them or something like that, or you were on the phone with them, whatever it is, or they were DMing you or something on Instagram, whatever it may be, or on Facebook Messenger, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't, just enjoy the connection for what it is. Don't be quick to, I feel like, be like, I don't know about them. They don't seem that interested, or they don't seem to be making any effort or putting forth any effort, yada, yada, whatever. And you're being told to wait. Okay, so just you're being told to wait. So take a pause here. You don't want to jump into this. Okay, you don't want to jump into this. You don't want to jump in anything right away in this situation. I'll say this much. If you feel like you don't really, like they haven't approached you yet, or you haven't heard from them yet, or you're not hearing much from them, if at all, I feel like they will make the effort to approach you. It's just not going to be right now. It's just going to take a while, okay? Because they just really are struggling to approach you. But when they do, it will pay off in some regard, I guess. Just make sure you acknowledge it, them making an effort, because this really will be hard for them. Okay, so you got the Magician card here. Okay, so that's telling you that you may want to make sure that you are empowering yourself in the situation by being positive. Okay, the Magician is not someone who sits around passively waiting and worrying and things like that. They really are someone who they know how to manifest what it is that they want. But the card is saying you're ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want, and life is magical. So basically, do your manifestation work, you know. Maybe you do need to put in a prayer or two. Maybe you do need to see this going somewhere positive, okay? But I also would say don't be too caught up over this one connection. You know, like I said, you're being told to wait, and you know, so that means you're gonna have to have some patience here. And if you got anybody in the way or any baggage, you're gonna need to release that so that you can start enjoying yourself. Yeah, and it says let go and flow. So don't be, you know, you don't want to be sitting around like, oh my gosh, I want to hear from them. Where are they? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, that was your reading, group one. I'm going to move on to do the reading for the next group here, which would be group two. I'm going to put these cards up so I can move on to the next reading. Sorry for the coughing. I do not have the Rona. I'm just dealing with some kind of food allergy or something that I ate earlier. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you like. If you didn't like the reading, it's okay to hit the dislike button. Okay, so group number two. Let's see what's going on for you guys, okay? How does your new love interest or crush feel about you? Now keep in mind that if you don't really know this person in real life, or they don't know you exist, then I guess this reading will be for fun for you, but this reading is technically for people who they know the person, or the person at least know they exist or something. You know, maybe you've talked, maybe you haven't, maybe you've messaged each other, maybe you haven't, maybe you've been on a date or so, maybe you haven't, you know. But it's more so for people who in some form have connected. You know what I'm saying? But if you're watching this for fun, that's okay. But this is for those who have already in some form connected to the point where at least, you know, this person knows you exist. Okie doke, group number two. So how does this new love interest or crush feel about you? Okay. Oh, that flipped. Interesting. Sideways. Partnership and love. Okay, so they're considering partnership and love, which I'm assuming it means they're considering if they could take you more seriously or not, and if maybe they could see more with you. Okay, so that's some potential right there. What else is this person? Okay, so this is unforgiveness for some reason. Why do they have unforgiveness? This is supposed to be about new love interests and crushes. So I'm not sure how that kind of energy comes up. Not really sure how that comes up in a new love interest or crush reading, because that's really what I was going for here. But it says unforgiveness. And I guess that's why they're considering if they could have a relationship with you or not, or love. But I'm assuming somebody out here must be thinking about new love with somebody they already know. Okay. Maybe with a friend or something. That's too many cards. Too many. Oh. They're patient. They're patient, but this is bittersweet for some reason. Let's see what my side cards are saying. Why do I kind of get this feeling that they feel like they're getting older and time is passing them by? Like maybe they wish that things could have been better. Oh my gosh, what's popping? Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, friendship is here. Friendship. So you actually probably could be friends with this person, but you also have the birth card here. So I feel like it's a possibility here that either you're already friends with this person, or you met them through friends, or they're wondering if they can be friends. Maybe they want to take the friendship approach first as a new start, or maybe they want to have a new start with you and be friends, because perhaps maybe something happened. Maybe you two fell out, or something didn't, maybe you guys didn't get off to the right foot, or maybe, like I said, something just kind of seemed off in the beginning of your connection here. Okay. But I'm sorry, you guys, I'm coughing. I've been coughing since this morning because of something I ate. But you must know them already. Like you, and when I, like, I don't know, you must somehow be acquainted with them. And maybe, okay, because I do have to remember this is also a crush reading, so you could be having a crush on one of your friends or something, and maybe things, you know, just kind of feel awkward or something at some point, because this could be possibly the energy I'm picking up on. Now, like I said, if it's a new love interest, then it's just maybe this person is hoping you could be friends. Maybe they feel like there was a missed opportunity with you. Maybe they have been looking at you for a while and time has gone by, and they're just like, how much time is going to go by before we can have a new start, at least maybe be friends, because they may be interested in a relationship with you. They could be unforgiving of themselves for the fact that maybe they feel like they've wasted so much time in them approaching you. You know what I'm saying? And because maybe they know you could have had something by now, but they've been pretty slow to really take this approach here. Maybe they're wondering if you could get along or have harmony. Also, is what I kind of get with that partnership and love card, because there's this whole thing of holding hands and harmony. But let's see what else is here for this situation with either the new love interest or the crush. The dog. So there's loyalty here. I don't get that. I hope they weren't doggish. I hope that at no point they were doggish if this is somebody you already have been acquainted with. But otherwise, the dog card symbolizes loyalty. Okay. So they're taking some time to think. They're taking some time to think. They're kind of taking some time to go within and be to themselves, because they're not really sure. They could even be questioning loyalty, wondering, but I feel like they're loyal, or they feel like maybe you could be loyal. Maybe there's loyalty here, period, just because, you know, because maybe that's how they feel towards you, like loyal, like, but, or maybe they're questioning if there can be loyalty here and friendship, and maybe a new start of a friendship that would have some loyalty here. They also could be maybe thinking you could be a good companion, or they could be a good companion to you. But whatever the case is here, they are seriously, I feel like they are taking some time out here to just kind of like think and really just like focus on knowing what it is they want to do and doing some inner reflection here. Maybe they're wondering if they can be loyal, you know? Ooh. I want another card here, but let me see. Let me get... I only want one. Oh, it's kind of hard to get a bunch of... It's kind of hard to get a card out of this deck without a bunch of cards. And that's strange. I've never had this problem with this deck before. Like, seriously, I've never had a problem with this kind of problem with this deck before. So this feels awkward, odd, and messy for some reason. And I just can't seem to get one card, or at least only two or something, to just come out of here. So there we go. There's two of pot. That said a whole lot to me. So all those things I just described might be something relating to the energy of the situation. Because I pay attention to that when it comes down to shuffling cards, okay? Okay. So this is like the Knight. This is like the Knight of Swords. So I feel like they want to kind of rush in. I feel like they kind of want to rush in here once they have had their time to really think. Because I feel like they don't want to waste any more time. So if they are kind of like in a period of not really saying much or doing much, it is because they're doing some inner reflection and they really are taking some time to figure some things out. But I feel like once they get through doing that, they may want to rush in. And wow. So typically the Seven of Swords is all about someone being sneaky or cheating or whatever. But this is in reverse. So in this case, they're really not trying to be sneaky, or trying to be what's the word I'm looking for? They're not trying to do anything dishonest. Okay, so they're going to try to be honest. When they do rush in, they're going to try to be honest. Okay, so maybe they need to come clean about something with you. Maybe they need to tell you some things. Maybe they need to let you know about something. Or maybe they just want to be honest and let you know how they feel about you and what their interest is in you. Or maybe they want to let you know that they want a fresh start here with you. And maybe they would like to, they want to start out as friends, or, and see where things go in that regard. If you're already friends, and they could be wanting to test out and see if they can go from friendship, a fresh start of friendship, to maybe possibly relationship, love and relationship. Okay. Three of Swords. So I feel like they feel kind of like they're shocked. I feel like they're kind of shocked. And I feel like it's because someone here is hurt. Someone here feels hurt. And they feel hurt by something or disappointed by something. And the other one is kind of like shocked. And they're looking around like what just happened. Or they're like, maybe they know it happened or they know who did it or whatever. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like they're shocked and they're looking around. Three of Swords is like energy of sadness, heartbreak, disappointment. So I don't know if, like I said, you guys were already acquainted and then something just didn't go right. And at some point somebody was feeling hurt. And maybe, like I said, that's where that unforgiveness comes in, and that bittersweet energy, and wanting to start over, start fresh, and wondering, can you have a relationship or love? Can you start fresh and be friends again and find and have loyalty here? Okay, but like I said, I feel like for some reason right now they may be, whenever you're watching this, they may be in hermit mode, keeping to themselves and thinking and reflecting. Or maybe they just came out of that mode and they're ready to just like rush in and be honest here and, show what they really feel and tell how they really feel. And maybe either there's a need to, I don't want to say there's a need to sever ties, but I feel like somehow maybe there's a need to reconcile, either to sever ties and part ways, or there's a need here to address some sort of disappointment or some sort of letdown or something that was shocking. This person also could be like sad or disappointed or heartbroken, or maybe they shocked or something about it. I don't know. It's just really, this is the weirdest energy, you guys. this was this was supposed to be a reading for people who are looking at someone completely new, who they may not have any interest in, and somebody they may have a crush on, or somebody they may actually be trying to talk to. Okay, but this feels like there is prior history here, because this reading is supposed to be how they feel about you and whatever the potential is, but it just feels like this is not a new person per se. Or it feels like if this is someone you have had your eye on or a crush on, maybe it's somebody that was in your friend circle, or somebody you met through a friend, or somebody that you just already have been acquainted with or know somehow. And this is why this energy is being presented. Because I guess you could really have already been acquainted with someone and have a crush on them, or be hoping that they can become a love interest if you've never been truly a real couple or been involved in that way before, so maybe that's why I'm getting that energy. So let's see, how else do they feel about you, and then I'll do maybe a potential outcome card, and then a quick advice. What is that? Okay. It says they are attracted to your heart. Well, you actually can't see what I wrote on these cards. I created these cards myself. I haven't designed them or anything yet, but the messages are on there. It says they're attracted to your heart, and they may think for some reason that you're foolish or immature for some reason. Take what resonates, you guys, but if you knew entirely how they felt, then you wouldn't be here. So it is what it is, but it may or may not resonate. But it does say they're attracted to your heart, but somehow they think you may be immature or foolish for some reason. But let's see what else comes up. Mm. It also, like I keep forgetting, you guys can't see what this card says. I wrote on these in pencil, that's why you can't see what this says. But it's also pointing out they are single and not really looking. Okay, so that's why that Hermit card is there. And I did pick up when I was looking at the bittersweet card that they may feel like, yeah, a lot of time has gone by and it is bittersweet, but it is what it is. Because for some reason they're keeping to themselves, and the reason I would think is because from what I gather here is they are having a hard time forgiving someone, and maybe it has nothing to do with you at all. It could be somebody else that they're having a hard time forgiving, but if it does have anything to do with you, meaning that you guys could have already been acquainted somehow or know each other somehow, maybe like I said, through mutual friends or whatever, or maybe y'all were somehow involved. I don't know, but it's supposed to be a new love interest and a crush reading. But I feel like they got some things they are trying to deal with. Because it does show that when they come out of this hermit mode, they're going to rush in and they're going to be honest with you. And it might hurt. I don't want to say it will, but it might hurt because some details may shock you. Okay, some details may shock you. Okay, so this is the Queen of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles from this position, she's not talking to anybody, she's not dealing with anybody, she's just sitting, thinking, probably working on something, possibly even being stubborn in this position, okay? Maybe even playing victim role. Not it doesn't necessarily have to be true, but I feel like they're probably in a stubborn mode, or they just want to be to themselves. They may just want to be to themselves, okay? For the time being. So it looks like for a while they're going to be in that mode, but let me see if I can get another card here. They could even be looking at, everything that they've been working for or working towards. What is this? Nine of Wands. Okay, so I feel like, and this was in the reverse, Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands is typically, in the upright is prepared. In the reverse is feeling unprepared, okay? So, and it's because I feel like they're looking at, they want to be prepared. And it's not to say that they won't be, because the card fell out of my hand and it flipped over. So I feel like right now they feel unprepared, but eventually they will be prepared. Okay? But I want you to notice this. They will, when they show up, and I don't mean to laugh, when they show up, they may have a little baggage. Okay? They may be hurt. Because I'm once again looking at this person. They got a bandage on their card. Their clothes look tattered. They look like they've been through it all. They look like they've been through hell. They look like they've been through it. And it's because of the burdens they bared, or the things they've had to deal with. But I see an open hand here. Maybe this could be you who, is appearing this way, you know, hurt, been through too much, but this person has their hand open. Okay, is that open? They're either pointing, I don't, they're either pointing at this person, but I feel like that person has their hand open. So I'm going to leave it at that. They have their hand open. So either I feel like when they come out of this hermit mode, like I said, there's an opportunity to what is the word I'm looking for? There's an opportunity to maybe approach the situation with a sense of someone's going to be honest here, and I feel like it may be them, but and then someone else is going to be open. So one is going to show up looking all battered and bruised, looking hurt, or looking like they didn't, or looking like they didn't been through it all, or like they didn't been through a lot, and the other one is going to be like welcoming and like, you know, ready to be there for this other person. This sounds like a lot for this to be a new love interest reading or crush reading, but you know what, you guys, when you meet new people or whatever, or you've been crushed on someone and then you want to see it turn into something, it's not always, people always think new love interests or crush situations is always going to be some perfect new beginning and a perfect new person with no issues, no flaws. You guys don't know what you're getting sometimes when you're out here looking for someone else, or you start liking people or catching feelings or whatever, or if it's somebody else you've been acquainted with but you never took it anywhere because maybe they never even knew that you like them, but you start showing interest. You never know what somebody has been through, and sometimes you're gonna get out here, you're gonna meet people and they could have a lot of baggage. And I feel like for some reason this person has baggage already. You know, like they done been through something, and because of that, they're not ready in the moment. You know, or they hadn't been ready for anything new, though they may be considering, you know, something like love in a relationship, but they may want to start out new with a friendship or something and seeing if they can build loyalty or whatever with somebody. But it feels like they're gonna like come forth and they're gonna have to be honest about some things, and it may even be shocking to you guys, maybe even possibly hurtful. Not necessarily so always. It just depends on the situation, okay? So don't feel down or anything about this, but right now I feel like they are seriously just reflecting and being to themselves right now, because they're not necessarily looking for anything just yet, okay? But they, you know, they do find that they are attracted to your heart, but it's like they feel like maybe I get that they feel like you may not be prepared or ready for what it is that they may bring to the table. Like I said, they may have baggage. It's either that, or it's just the possibility that like I said, if somehow you guys have history, or maybe you haven't been responding to them in a way that is the most mature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have been responding to them not really reaching out, or them not really saying much or doing much when it comes to you reaching out to them or showing interest. You may have been feeling some kind of way, and they may feel like the way you've been handling it is not necessarily mature. Like, let's say if you send them a message and they don't respond, or they take a while to respond or something like that. I don't know. You may have been like kind of like not handling that too well because you may be offended or something. So maybe that's why they think you're immature and foolish. Okay. But here we go. Okay. So this says soulmate. This person is potentially a soulmate. Or there's a soulmate connection here, but we have a lot of soulmates in this world. Not just one, not just two, just, you know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. This says to communicate clearly. Okay, Six of Earth. So this is the generosity card. This is the generosity card. Being kind, being giving, and being open to receiving. So it's pointing out that now normally it points out gifts of money, but it's also gifts of time or effort. New opportunities, typically it'll be career opportunities, but it can be other kind of opportunities as well. And yeah, so this is a card of just generosity, but this is also a card, this is like pointing out scales and balancing things out. So there's a need to be generous and kind with one another or whatever, but it may be pointing out that you need to be generous and kind to them because you may not know what it is that they're going through or what they've been going through. You don't want to take anything personal in the situation with them. It's possible they may have been going through something. So I feel like if you show them kindness and generosity, you will receive it back. If there's no issues in the situation whatsoever, then I feel like the advice is if you reach out, they may reach back out, okay? Because it's possible that they're just timid because maybe their love life hasn't gone so great, you know? And so they may be afraid to really be dealing with anybody because, you know, they've been through too much. And they're trying to get over something here. But if you already have been dealing with them and things have been going on, it says clear the fog. So this will be like the second card that's telling you that you need to communicate. You need to clearly communicate. There's some misunderstandings here, but there's also a need to balance out the scales. Give, you receive. Be kind, you get kindness back, you know. So that is the group 2 reading. I'm sorry you guys for the coughing. I'm having some sort of allergy to wherever it was that I ate earlier. And anyway, please let me know what you think here. I'm really interested in knowing how this reading resonates for you guys. Please let me know. And please like this reading if you actually got anything out of it. And if you didn't, it's okay to hit the dislike button as well. I won't be offended. But where is this other card? Where's my other deck? Okay, there it is. Okay. All right. So I am going to go ahead and jump on over to group number 3. Group number 3. Okay. Group number 3. How does this new love interest or crush feel about you? Now, this reading is typically for people who you may not be talking to anybody already. This is typically supposed to be somebody that they're new. Like, and I'm saying like this isn't supposed to be about your ex or anybody you've already been, you know, involved with. This is about somebody new that you've been talking to, or a crush. But this is somebody that they know you exist, okay? Now, if you're watching this reading and it turns out that, you know, you're just watching it for fun, for a crush that maybe they don't know you exist, but you just think it's fun to watch it anyway, that's okay. But the energy that I'm trying to pick up for is somebody who is someone who already knows you exist, okay? And they either are a new love interest that you've been talking to, or a crush. So let's see. We're going to see. Okay. All right. How do they feel about you? And we're going to find out the potential as well and do some advice. Compromise? Compromise. Get the compromise card, and I'm hearing agreeable. Agreeable. Whoever this is, that is a new love interest or a crush, they are looking for some compromise here, or they are looking to, they're hoping to be able to see eye to eye and be agreeable. It keeps standing out to me that the hands, you know, wanting to take your hand here. Wanting to take your hand and show you the way, maybe even. I don't know why I keep getting that take your hand and show you the way, but okay. So, self-worth and expansion. Self-worth and expansion. So, I feel like with this compromise card and expansion card, I don't know if they feel like they don't deserve. I don't know if they feel like they don't deserve you. Or if they are, here's the other thing. Here's the thing that I'm really, really getting. I'm feeling like they want to make sure that they are not compromising on their value and their worth. Meaning they want to make sure that you and them are compatible. Okay? Because I have a feeling here that they want to know if you two really fit and are agreeable without them having to compromise on who they really are. But at the same time, I feel like they're willing to meet you where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is interesting. But there's expansion. I feel like they really, really do want to see. I feel like they want to see where things go with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to see how far things can go. They want to see things grow and expand here with this connection with you. I feel like they maybe even feel like they deserve the chance to work things out and reconcile things to see if you guys can grow together. Okay? They feel like they're worth it and you're worth it, to really see if you can meet each other halfway and see eye to eye and be agreeable and see where things really go. Now that's what I'm really getting the most here, okay? That's the clearest message that I'm getting. Money card sideways. So they feel like there's something of value here. There could be some concerns about, money and finances. Maybe they want to, maybe they want to know if you or somebody they could, let's say if you're considering a relationship, or they're considering if they can get a relationship with you, they're wondering if they can, um, if they have enough to bring to the table, but they're also wondering if you can meet them halfway in that regard as well, in terms of what you're bringing to the table. But they're also looking at the worth and value here overall of the connection, and they're trying to make sure that they feel like um, both of you would bring the same value to this. Um, they're really looking for something beautiful here, and they may think that you're beautiful. They may find you attractive, very attractive. They may, you know what I'm saying? Like, they may feel like the potential here is beautiful with you. They may feel like you're beautiful. They may even be able to see themselves with you or something like that. But let's see. Let's see what else is here. This is here. They're not sure they can get their wish. They're not sure how much hope they can have here. And that makes sense. Like I said, they're not sure. They're not really 100% sure about this connection, though I feel like they want to give it a chance. They're just not 100% sure. You know what? I'm really curious to see if I get the same. Somehow I feel like they don't think they're going to get their wish, and they may feel like their luck hasn't been so great. Okay. They may feel like they don't know if things could work out. Like they don't know if they can get what it is that they wish for, because they may not feel like they have the best luck either overall in their love life or with you in their connection. Man, that is way too many cards. I don't want that many cards. This has been a trouble the whole time, this whole pick a deck reading, trying to get just one or two cards to pop out, and just getting way too many. So I feel like that says a lot overall. Like, sometimes you hope to get what it is you want, but you don't always get what you want. And that can be a little frustrating. Oh, give me a card or two. Give me a card or two. Come on. I don't want to give up. And I'm not going to, but goodness gracious. Here we go. I didn't want that many, but I'm going to take them. Goodness grief. Okay, so I feel like this person, okay, this is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They don't feel stable or secure. It's possible that maybe they're wondering if you bring stability and security as well. Because they may be thinking there's not a lot of stability or security in the connection, or they could be wondering if either of you will have stability and security together, or either will bring this. And, I mean, because of that, it doesn't look like, you know, they feel like maybe you guys can't have a new start or a new relationship or something, or see a relationship come out of this, because of concerns about stability and security. Also, not feeling independent, or not be able to be on their own. So it may be that they may not want to be, they may have, this is so ridiculous. It's like, okay, on one end, depending on who this is, um, they may be concerned about not being independent or being able to be on their own. Therefore, they don't want to have, therefore, they may not be able to have a relationship or go towards a relationship or a new start, right? Um, they, they may be, they feel very insecure. I say this, they feel very insecure. They may have money issues. You may have, I don't, they may be wondering if you have money issues, but I feel like for some reason, money issues is a problem here. Lack of security, and I also feel like a self esteem issue here. So it's one or the other. For some, it's both. For some, it's one or the other. Either there's a concern about not being secure or stable enough to really consider a relationship, and wondering if the other person can even bring anything to the table, because they may feel like they don't have enough to bring to the table. But on the other hand, this is also about value and worth, and not having the best self-esteem, or being very secure as a person. Okay, and therefore, um, they may feel like they can't even approach you, or even approach seeing if this can go anywhere, because they really don't have a lot of confidence. Okay, but it looks like, there may be, um, they may want to make an offer here, though. They may want to express themselves or make a move romantically, or, um, in regards to showing feelings or showing interest. You know, they don't feel very secure, though. Okay. They're struggling to communicate as well. Okay. They could be struggling to communicate. They could be struggling to really, um, uh, be rational, even here in the situation. Um, there may be something they need to also cut away, because I'm looking at King of Swords here. But I feel like a lot of this, more so because of the imagery on the card, and the card keeps going sideways here on the table. It's like, I feel like they don't know how to really communicate effectively, um, their feelings or their expectations here. And for some reason, I feel like they feel exploited, or they may be concerned that they could become exploited. Because I said, I feel like they have self-esteem issues. Okay. Um, Interesting enough. So it's like, this is also the King of Wands. But I'm also looking at, she's unleashing a dragon on someone, unleashing a dragon of fire on somebody. So you guys, it's very bizarre. Okay, it's very bizarre. But, let's see what else is going on here. Group number 3. I feel like with that, like they may not know how to communicate clearly or effectively, to where they're not unleashing, um, a harsh side of themselves unsuspectingly on you. Okay. They also could be feeling like, maybe feeling like you don't know how to effectively communicate, and therefore, it could be feeling they could be feeling like you're coming off harsh and unleashing a dragon of fire on them, you know. And maybe that's where the compromise needs to come in here, and somebody needs to be able to effectively communicate. Somebody may need to be more gentle or more mindful in how they communicate with the other. So that they're not coming off as brash or saying something that might, you know, cause that person to feel kind of burned. I feel like they don't. Oh, I don't know what you guys missed, but somehow I feel like they may be out of touch with their ability to really discern here into the situation. Like they can't really clearly see, you know. Oh, here we go. I feel like though they want to, and this is sideways, I feel like they want to bring something beautiful to the situation. Sorry about that, but let's see what else we get here. Ooh, yikes. Nothing cards. Okay. Yeah. So this really is what it is. Oh, goodness grief. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like between these two cards here, they really do want to offer something here, something of some sort of value. They really want to make some sort of valuable gesture towards you. And let's see, how else do they feel about you? Okay, so I have to remember, you guys can't see these cards, what's written on them. Even if I put it way up there. I wrote on them in pencil, because this is my own deck I'm creating. But it says they want to date you. Okay? They have an interest to date you. And all of these popped out. They think about you. Keep forgetting you can't see it. They think about you regularly. And they kind of think you are their ideal partner or mate, and they will talk to you later or eventually, probably a week from now. Okay, so let's see what potential outcomes are here. Okay, there we go. Okay, sideways, both sideways. Okay, Six of Pentacles. They're kind of like looking at how they could make some generous offers here that they may want to make or they may not, but they're considering it. And I feel like they're wondering if they can take this to the next level, because they're not really too clear, they're not really too sure if it can go to the next level, but I think they want it to. Okay. Oh, dang. So a no popped out. I'm gonna have to clarify that no. Clarify this no. This chair make a lot of noise. Okay, so interesting. Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning, which may, get off to a rough start, but eventually can smooth out. And this is no conflict, okay? No fighting, no quarreling, no, petty, you're being told, that, let me get another card. I can't believe it. So, and when I say I can't believe that, it's like, I can't believe you just get just a no card popping out like that. So it's just telling you no. I feel like it's saying don't expect conflict. Don't expect conflict. It is potential for a new beginning to start without conflict. I mean, yeah. And you're being told to wait. You're being told to wait. Okay, so... Wow, that came out really fast. Page of Fire. Page of Fire. So there's some communication here. It's pointing out news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Okay. There may be a need to communicate possibly, but if you do so, please do so without conflict. Please do so nicely or kindly or whatever. And I'm not saying that you have been, been coming at this person some kind of way, but they may be perceiving it that way because they're insecure, and that's what insecure people do. Insecure people, they take offense to everything, They may be very well also in their ego, because sometimes that's the ego card. Oh, this is the wrong deck. No wonder one would come up. The final deck, I'm trying to get advice cards for you. Oh, there's one more. Let's see what these have to say. That one was coming. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. It's possible they have kids. Pay attention to the red flags because you may not be doing so. And it says the signs are cautioning you. Feel the well. That almost looks like put in the effort. Okay, put in the effort to some extent. Feel the well. I'll give you one more. Yeah. Take no offense. Take no offense here in the situation. Okay. So that is your reading. So it looks like they feel like, and maybe because I I have to look at this the way it's supposed to be looked at. This reading is how they feel about you. So they could be feeling like maybe for some reason you've been feeling insecure and taking offense and unable to really see what's really going on, and maybe not knowing how to communicate clearly, and therefore unleashing a dragon of fire on them. But it seems like you want to bring something valuable here. You want to, it feels like they want something to bring something valuable here too. And they could be, feeling insecure as well. I feel like somehow I just feel like for some reason, the energy that they have, you reflect as well. Like you guys mirror each other's energy. And that's the other thing I note here is mirroring. So, you both could be mirroring the same energy through this whole reading. Okay. So you're going to need to make an effort, but just be kind only, or try to be very mindful in how you approach them, and take no offense if it looks like they're not responding the way you think they should, or maybe if they say something that you might misunderstand. Okay, so that was group number 3's reading, and I'm going to move on to the final group, which is group number 4. But I'm first going to put these cards back. Please let me know how this reading resonates, and if you like the reading, please hit the like button. If you don't, it's okay. You can hit the dislike button as well. Okay, so that was group number 3. Now, group number 4. This is your reading, and I'm going to say this like I did before. This reading is for people who know you exist, okay? It's for people who know you exist. Like if you're watching this for fun, simply because you're just curious about a crush, just for fun, even though they don't know you exist, or a new love interest and they don't know you exist, then I guess you could do that. But this is for people who know you exist and you already are dealing with them. Okay? It's supposed to be new love interest and crushes though. Okay? How do they feel about you? And we will pick up the potential as well, and induce an outcome, and also some advice. What? Okay, so one of the other readings got this same card. This is the compromise card. Okay. And unconditional love. Okay. Unconditional love. Sideways. So that'll be the difference between this reading and the other. I pull an extra card because I want to know what else is going on here. So there's compromise and unconditional love. The potential of unconditional love, okay? Okay, how do they feel about you? They feel like you talk too much. They feel like you talk it too much. Like they feel like maybe you're gossiping and you just talk too much. They also could be feeling like you're not getting along with them and you are having conflict. They also feel like you could be painting the picture the way you want to paint it when you're discussing this in terms of your interests or your situation regarding them and you in them or whatever. They could be feeling like, this is weird. Surely they don't think you don't have no money or that you don't bring any value or worth to the table. I don't know about that. I don't know. Oh, too many cards. Too many cards. Now, another way to look at this, if you look at this card, the ground looks dry and barren. In reverse, that would be fertile. Okay. And something else to look at here. There's a child in this card. Okay. Now, this reading is supposed to be for wanting to find out about a new love interest or a crush. So that energy just feels too, I don't know. That feels like advanced energy for it just to be a new connection. You know, it's supposed to be new connections. But I have to wonder if you guys have not let go of old connections. No home. No home, no money. Lack of security. That's what that looks like. You guys take what resonates and what doesn't. Leave it exactly where it is because the reading is looking a little bizarre. There's hermit mode here. They could be feeling like they're not trying to really talk. They could be feeling like they're just trying to keep to themselves. And I'll be honest with you, this cat looks raggedy. They look like they're homeless. They look like they're homeless. I don't guess they are trying to hide from you that they don't have a lot going for them right now. That maybe they are, maybe they don't have any money. Maybe they don't have a home. Maybe they lack security. Because it's possible they could be feeling this in regards to you. Maybe feeling like, now here's another way to look at this. They could be feeling insecure and they could be feeling not so abundant here about you because they could be feeling like I said, there's some gossiping going on or a lot of talking going on, maybe even some conflict, situations being painted the way people want to paint them. But I'm also looking at, and this person could be trying to shut out from that, but I'm also looking at, like I said, somebody here really could be struggling, and maybe they feel like you're struggling, or maybe they feel like they're struggling. This is bizarre. This is bizarre, you guys. Oh, I forgot I had a card right here that came out earlier. Knight of Chalices in reverse. So there's definitely no communication going on. They're in hermit mode. I don't, it's possible that you could be not communicating with him. But for some reason, I feel like they may not be communicating with you. And this could be also potentially, therefore, causing a lack of security and a lack of seeing value here in the situation. And like I said, there's a lot of talk going on here behind the scenes, and it may not all be good. And maybe that's why the compromise card is here. So you guys, you take what resonates, because I'm getting a lot of different energy, a lot of different messages here for the same reading. And that would make sense. There's a lot of you out here. Oh my gosh. Why this card? This card, this, she looks like she is literally wanting to cut this person, but this is a carrot. She wants to cut this carrot, you know. I don't like that card. I don't like that card. In fact, this person could be feeling attacked. Okay, that's also what I just got intuitively. They could really be feeling attacked. You guys, what are y'all involved in for this to be a new love interest reading / crush reading, for this kind of energy to be coming up? Like, this is not making any sense. I mean, is this a friend or something that you're trying to get involved with, or just weird? So they don't know if they want to explore looking further into the situation, or they may be struggling to explore using their discernment or intuition in regards to you or the situation. They may feel like you're struggling to explore using your discernment here. What else I want to pull as a card? Okay, so let me look at how else do they put up this homework deck I'm going to use? Oh, okay, that came out front and shuffle. So Page of Pentacles here. There's something. It's like they don't. It's like there's some uncertain energy here. Like they don't know if they want to communicate something here of value or not. It's like they're really trying to see if there is something of value here or not, that they can even communicate to you. Okay, so I have cards here that I've written messages on. And if you notice, you can't see the messages. You really can't. Because I haven't finished designing them yet, but I do want to use them. So, this card says this person doesn't understand you, and that's very clear here. That's very clear here that they don't understand you. They're finding you strange or odd in the situation. I don't know why I'm showing that to you because you can't see the message. And but they think you're attractive. They think you're pretty if you're a girl, and if you're a guy, they think you're cute. So they think you're attractive. They also, for some reason, I think they may think that you're a little petty too, though. That's not for everybody, but I kind of hear that. Anyway, let's see what the potential outcome is here for this situation. Okay, so the outcome here is kind of like freeing oneself here in the situation and not playing victim. So I kind of feel like someone here is going to step up. Somebody's going to step up and they're going to take control of the situation rather than play innocent or a victim. And they're going to set the record straight, communicate, and take control of the situation. Empower themselves. Oddly enough here, this is the Ten of Cups in reverse. I feel like, let me pull some other cards here. I don't quite, heck. Y'all gonna need to tell me how this reading resonates for you, because this is the most bizarre reading in a long time. In a long time. It almost makes me want to just stick to what I do, because the typical readings that I do, because either you guys are dealing with somebody that is not new, and you're still, I don't know, because it doesn't make sense to me how this is a reading about a new love interest. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I just, and maybe all new love interests aren't. And maybe, you know what I realized? Just because something is new doesn't mean it's great. Okay? Sometimes you start up a new love interest and you discover that it's not all that great. So who knows? Okay. Just want to pop up 2 of rods. And Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of cards. That's way too many cards. Way too many. Way too many. This is about not getting caught up or feeling caught up. But the Two of Rods is typically about having a choice between one thing or another or one path or another. And I feel like in this particular situation, if this, I feel like in this particular situation, somebody may free themselves from a unhappy, discontent situation that they feel trapped in. And they may need to make a choice between one thing or another path or another. I'm wondering if, because I'm seeing there's one person here, is one person there. I'm wondering if this person, this new love interest or crush, if they already are involved with somebody, oops, yikes. If they're already involved with somebody and you may not know it, or you may know it, but you may be kind of like, they may be feeling like they need to make a compromise here. Either because they don't want to put conditions on the situation and they want whoever they're already involved with, there's some unconditional love, or maybe there's a child. There's a child here in their situation. Like, and that is something to take in consideration, that when you meet somebody, it's not always going to be the situation is simple. Sometimes the situation is not so simple, and they may already be involved or may already have things going on. So at this point, let's see what advice you guys get. Okay. This is not the right time. I kind of feel like they're caught up in something right now. You know, like they're trapped. They're caught up in something right now. They're not happy. There's a need for them to free themselves, but they haven't done so yet. Okay. Let's do the other advice cards real quick before the phone cuts off. Okay. Reconciliation. Okay. Someone from your past is returning to your life. But this is more about there's a need to reconcile. And you know what? You may have, this may be about you. They may know that you may be involved with somebody else, but trying to take an interest in them. And there's some child involved, maybe. Or you may just feel unconditional love for somebody else. Whatever it is, maybe your situation isn't so simple. And they've picked up on that. Okay. But it's pointing out justice here. Okay. So fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. It's also, that card also could be pointing out legal situations, legal situations, literally divorce, separation, or something literally legal going on other than that, custody, whatever it may be, who knows? Or it could just be just legal situations, but it's also about finding balance and justice and getting things together. So interesting enough, this says reach out. There go that baby again, reach out. And you may feel like you don't want to say yes, but it says say yes. When they propose something to you, there's something they may propose to you or ask you, and it says say yes. So, you guys, that was your reading, group number 4. It's clear to me that the situation is a little complicated. Either you're involved or they're involved. And that baggage has been brought to the table in the new connection here, or the crush that you have with somebody or whatever. But if it's in your situation, you need to clear up your situation first before looking at somebody else, so that situations aren't so confusing, because I feel like they picked up on your situation and they really don't quite understand it, and they are confused, and you may need to speak up. Otherwise, they may need to speak up because they're in a confusing, conflicting situation, and they may need to clear their stuff up as well. But so because they feel trapped, they're not going to be coming forward anytime soon. This may take a while, but you may need to reach out and get some clarity, is what I feel like the reading is telling you. You may need to reach out and get some clarity. So group number 4, that was you. Let me know how the readings resonate. And, if you like the reading, hit the like button. If you don't like the reading, it's okay to hit the dislike button. But thank you for watching my channel. Appreciate you guys, and I'm going to get off here before my phone died. Peace.